on EA Sports. And the Houston Texans taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Texans taking over offensively, and it is, of course, Deshaun Watson who leads them out at quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
The 43-yard line.
Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The reigning league MVP Lamar Jackson trotting onto the field and leading the way now in his 3rd season in the National Football League as this Baltimore offense gets set to go.
And to me, he's one of the 2 most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL, and I add Patrick Mahomes in that category. But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football, yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game to me, how he's developed as both a passer and a leader. His team believes in him.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 23 carries, 119 yards, and the score.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, Charles, a look there at the Ravens draft class for 2020. And I tell you, for a team picking late in the draft, they came up with a couple of gems in the first few rounds.
They absolutely did, because when you're picking that late, you're not expected to get some of the best quality players in the draft, but they did. Patrick Queen at 28, maybe the top linebacker. And then for some people, J.K. Dobbins at 55 as a running back. A lot of people had him #1 on their boards.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Ravens first down.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Justin Tucker.
They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25 yards.
And we focus on Duke Johnson now.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, was from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIEs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Ocean from residences, 3 different ones.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Brings up 2nd.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Johnson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Taken down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Calais Campbell on the stop. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And it's taken in at the 9. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The MVP, Lamar Jackson, heading out again with his Ravens. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
For Baltimore.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. We get a glance at Duke Johnson as he heads back out onto the field. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Duke Johnson, the ball carrier.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
It's caught. Stills, right side. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Catch there by Kenny Stills, and he joined Houston last season and showed once again, as he has shown throughout his career, he can be a very reliable, good complementary receiver.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
36-yard line.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here's Dobbins.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Eluding the pressure right. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had 1 tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Jackson.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. And he's got Snead. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. One more time with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Ball carrier.
J.K. Dobbins in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
Texans.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. So we reach half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Texans 7.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The ball carrier.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
the ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Ball carrier.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Caught right side at Snead. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Gain of 7.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in more second half blowout material.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Baltimore.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 22 yards there, a first down. On first down, Dobbins. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Play action. Now Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to
Willie Snead. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
At their own 25-yard line.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A shotgun snap for Watson. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent. Just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He's tackled at the 29.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll go again with Dobbins. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now Dobbins. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
5-yard gain on the play.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. They'll run here with Dobbins.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
On the tackle.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matt Judon. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 46.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
On the carry for Baltimore.
The tackle made by Eric Murray.
To the 49-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards, the pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Watson. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Screenplay, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic.
Here's Brian Anger now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is fielded at the 7. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He uncorks and got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
5-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that